Hi people, and I hope you're well. Right, talk about my diet now. I've done all fasting. I've got rid of most of the fat. If I carry on fasting, it will start to go in the wrong direction. So, what am I going to do about it now? So, my next plan, people, is to go on a really, really high protein diet. Yeah, not as in change everything and just eat protein. I just mean intake more protein than I'm intaking at the moment. And I'm going to do, it's an old Vince Gironda type routine where you start on 6 eggs a day. Well, actually, he starts on 12. He moves up to 24 and then he goes up to 36. And it's over a 6-week period. But I'm going to eat 6 eggs a day for a week, then up it to 12, and up it and up it and up it until I'm at 36 eggs per day. I'm going to do that for last week and then that's it, yeah, and just see where that gets me. Right, so I've been doing a lot of researching about protein because something that Vince Gironda said about protein and fat really got me thinking. I never thought about it before. We all just take protein shakes on their own, or protein shakes in bars, you know, that have got a lot of sugar in other words. Your protein shakes have got added sugar, your bars have got added sugar. And I found something out really interesting. I've just watched Dr. Berg on YouTube. Interestingly, he popped up because obviously I've been browsing and he always pops up when I browse a certain subject. And interestingly, when you eat protein with carbs, yeah, especially sugary carbs, right? We're not talking veg, we're talking sugary carbs. Spikes your insulin levels. When you eat protein and fat, it lowers your insulin levels. Now, another thing as well, if you look at all modern talk about protein, it tells you to eat protein with carbs and it takes longer to digest. This comes from an old theory from years ago where it was eat protein and fat together and it sits in your intestines for longer and it takes longer for your enzymes to work and it takes longer for them to get to work and you basically get more protein out of your protein eating it with fat and letting it sit there. Now they're trying to tell you eat it with carbs and let it sit there, and it's not true. Simply not true. So I've made videos before about the food industry killing us. Go watch it. It's about food industry killing us. The health industry is killing us. I walked into the gym the other day and it was energy drinks, all sugar and false sugars, protein bars, yogurts, protein this, protein that. Looked at bottle, all added sugar, yeah. And again, when you eat protein and carbs together, and when I say carbs, I don't mean veg, I mean sugary carbs, yeah, added sugar, crap. It spikes your insulin levels. And we all know from what I've discovered that when you've got high insulin, it leads to all the diseases. So listen, I don't care how fit you think you are, yeah. If you're eating a concoction that's going to spike your insulin levels and you're eating it regular, you know, if you take a protein shake and you're on a system and you're having 3 shakes a day, yeah, your insulin levels through the roof. You carry on that for a few years, yeah. Diabetes, type 2, yeah. Blood pressure, heart attack, yeah. Obesity is coming, yeah. Cancer, right? And this is your health food industry. So be warned, people. I'm not a doctor, yeah. I don't pretend to be a doctor, but I do read things and I do learn things, yeah. If you're going to have protein shakes, make sure you get your protein from a good source, right? And I don't care how many proteins they sell out there, yeah? You'll never beat the egg. You'll never beat God's form of protein, what we should eat, yeah? God made it, it's right, yeah? The humble egg. Yeah, it's got your proteins, it's got your fats that you need. Combine them together, you got your protein and fat, yeah? Get it down, yeah? Now, if you really do want to add another fat, avocados, perfect, yeah. But when you're consuming a lot of protein and it's high protein, it's only my advice, I'm not a doctor, don't consume proteins and sugars. Right, I'll say carbs, but I don't want to confuse anybody. Don't eat protein and sugars together, yeah. So basically, it's most of protein shakes out there, yeah, because it'll cause insulin spike. Eat protein and a good quality fat, yeah, like avocado or an egg, yeah. I mean, people put you off eggs these days, yeah, because they haven't lived, yeah. I was eating raw eggs when I was a kid, me. And I went from a skinny little whipper, yeah, just on eggs, because it's all I could get. Couldn't afford these shakes. They used to be, I mean, I'm talking in 70s, 80s, they used to be 50 quid a tub, which was 3 weeks' wages in them days. Do you know what I mean? That's how bad they were. So I used to eat eggs because eggs were quite cheap in them days, yeah. And I went from a skinny little whipper to really quite good, yeah, just on eggs. Don't forget the egg, people. Yeah, it's nature's package. It's everything's in there. Yeah, so don't get bogged down with which protein shakes best. They're all crap, right? I'm not a good advert for protein shakes, but listen, it don't mean to say I haven't took them for years, because I have. We've all been down that road. But you know, when you learn and you know things, you still share it. Yeah, protein shakes are crap because they've got sugars in and all sorts of stuff. And it's like, I recently went on egg whites because I thought egg whites. Yeah, because it's nice and powdered and there's no else in it. Crap, right? From the point of view of, I can eat those protein shakes. And I actually noticed as well, they weren't doing anything for me. So when I did a bit of research, I thought, why I'm eating loads of raw egg whites, you know, as in, I started off with liquid, then I got powder because it's cheaper. And I'm thinking, nothing is happening. Why? Well, it's because I was eating them on their own, consuming it on its own protein. Yeah, it sort of does something. Like, listen, I don't understand it, go look it up for yourself. But it sort of does something inside your body when you drink it on its own or eat it on its own. And you don't get as much out of it. You don't absorb it. Yeah, you need good quality fats to absorb. And as well, believe it or not, the cholesterol that's in eggs, right? You can't digest all the protein without the cholesterol. This is why cholesterol's in eggs. Yeah, again, God's package. You need cholesterol, fat, and protein together to get the most absorption out of that protein for these babies. Yeah, live and learn. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up. See you later. Stop wasting your money on shakes.